So you're on your reinvention journey because you're tired of feeling stuck in life, but it seems like everything that is going to take for you to become the woman of your dreams costs a lot of money. So honey, I hope that you're ready for this video because today I'm going to break down how to be able to reinvent yourself with absolutely $0 in the bank. And I could stretch to say that you would actually make money by utilizing these free methods to be able to glow up. Honey, if you're ready to get started, let's go. Hello ambition babes, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time visiting, my name is Dion, also known as the face of ambition across all social media platforms. As always, I'm super excited about this video because if you have ever watched any of my other videos, you will know that I stay in the comment section. I absolutely love you all in the comments because you ask questions, you give insight, you even offer other suggestions, you support each other in the comment section. It is really like our own little community. And one thing that I have noticed is that so many of you all have asked about affording your glow up journey, affording your reinvention journey, saying that one of the reasons why you fall off or it doesn't feel sustainable is that it doesn't feel like I can afford it all the time. Like, I'm a woman on a budget. I'm a single mother. I got 3 kids. I want to go to an esthetician. I want to go to a business coach. I want to go to therapy. I want to take luxury vacations, but I simply cannot afford it. And I know that this is an important part of my journey, but I can't afford it on a daily basis. So I'm so excited about today's episode because I'm about to break down some ways to be able to afford your glow up journey. Today, I'm going to eliminate excuses on why you can stick to your glow up journey and stop feeling stuck. Start achieving the goals that you want. Start living the life that God intended for you to live. No matter what your reinvention journey may look like. Some of us really want to reinvent our beauty routine or our profession in our job. Some of us really are interested in leveling up with our self-care and taking time for ourselves and pouring into ourselves so that we can be there for those that we support and love. Some of us are on a reinvention journey on our finances and savings and planning for our future. And then there are others of us that really want to just organize our home, have our home be organized, well developed, have it to be clean. Like you're reinventing your life on the exterior because it is something that is so important to how you show up and how you feel about yourself. No matter what type of reinvention journey you're on, each of the suggestions that I'm going to offer you today are applicable. These steps are going to help you to be able to stick to it because they are mostly free 99. It can cost you absolutely nothing to get started and stick to the journey. And what I have found is that if there are no barriers to me being able to do some of the things that are really important to me, I'm more than likely going to do them. If it's going to cost me a lot of money to keep going to an esthetician or a nail stylist or getting my hair done or keeping my home clean by having someone come into my home to clean it, there's a likelihood of me figuring out a reason why I'm not going to be able to have it for that month. 1 month, 1 week turns into 1 year, and you know how that goes. It just starts to spiral where it's no longer a financial priority. And so what I want to offer you today are some tips, some suggestions, some insight on how to do this on a dime, on a budget. And you know what I want to say about budget? I know that I use the word budget friendly in our description, but I really have a problem with the word budget. For some reason, it's not my favorite word. It just makes me feel like sad. It's a word that I don't like to use. You all know how I feel about using elevated language. And so I like things like it's affordable, it's something that I need right now, or something that doesn't serve me right now. If it's something that I am not going to purchase, and more than likely it doesn't serve my life. If it's something that is way too expensive, that doesn't serve me. Going to Jamaica, staying at the 5-star resort, all of those things doesn't serve me. But going, still having an amazing time, having all the experiences that I can afford in an environment that makes me feel good and luxe, that's something that better serves me. It's not that I'm going to take my Jamaica trip on a budget. So consider your language on your reinvention journey. Think about the words that make you feel sad, make you feel like I really can't afford it, or I can't go out with my girls this weekend for brunch because, you know, I'm budgeting and everything's right now so tight. Think about the words that you use during your reinvention journey and how they make you feel. If it brings up an emotion, or if it brings up a feeling that you don't like, I want to challenge you to find a word that better suits you. Okay, I have a few steps that I want to go through, so I want to go ahead and get started. The number one suggestion that I want to offer you while you are on your reinvention journey and you are saying, you know what, girl, I'm going to be on this journey, but I don't have the money to be able to afford a therapist, a life coach, a business coach, a financial advisor. I don't have the money to be able to afford all of the team that I need to be able to take this journey. I want to suggest that you start with prayer. Girl, talking to our Father costs absolutely nothing. Journaling costs nothing. Doing shadow work costs nothing. Meditating costs absolutely nothing. One of the most important things that you are going to need to get very comfortable doing during this reinvention journey is talking to your Heavenly Father about what you want, your goals, the things that you really want for your life, the way that you want your life to look. Lay them at His feet. Nobody knows you better than the man that made you. And so if you want to be able to change things about your life, He knows where you started, He knows where you are, and He has plans to prosper you. So why wouldn't we take those things to Him in prayer? And you all have heard me say in past videos, it is so important to talk to God. It is so important to tell Him all of the things that you want to be able to accomplish during this reinvention journey. You want to be able to slow down. You want to take more time with your kids. You want to be more patient. You want another job. But baby, just as much as it is important to pray, it is equally as important to meditate. When are you going to listen if all you do is talk? I love practicing meditation first thing in the morning because it is a very quiet time. Traditionally, that no one's awake, the earth is even a little quieter, there's not as much traffic, and I can really hear what God is saying. All day long, I'm talking to Him. All day long, I'm saying, what am I going to do with this? How do I want to do that? God, I want this. You promised me abundance. You promised me these things. And I'm reminding Him of all the things that He said in His word. But when am I going to take time to actually listen? In the morning, I love to be able to either journal out my thoughts or to be able to journal during my meditation time and just really say, Lord, I'm opening my ears and I'm waiting for you to hear. I want to hear a word from you. Taking time to journal, pray, meditate, and to do even some shadow work is an amazing way to be able to start your reinvention journey that will cost you absolutely nothing and will offer you every single solution and answer that you're looking for. I feel like I'm about to run down the list of like how my morning and evening goes with these suggestions. I have literally reinvented my life and it has cost me little to nothing. One of the other ways that I have really leveled up during my reinvention journey is simply listening to music. Listening to music after I've prayed, after I've meditated, just keeps that high energy going, just keeps that good vibe going throughout your day. I get in the shower, girl, I'll turn on some music. It'll be some gospel music, some jazz, some classical, some lo-fi. I like to keep that vibration that I just experienced, that good energy that I just had with God. I like to keep that feeling going. And listening to music is an amazing way to shift your atmosphere. It makes your home feel so full. It feels good in your car. Whenever you're on your hot girl walk or you're in the gym, listening to music that is positive, that is pouring into you, or even that gives yourself the opportunity to think and contemplate or even pray more is absolutely a free way to start reinventing yourself. I love getting in my husband's car and hearing the classical music that he plays. He has a little road rage, and one of the ways that he's really been able to work on his need to fuss at every single driver that pulls out in front of him is to control the atmosphere inside of his car. He listens to classical music super loud. It just changes his mood. It puts him in a more settled state. It makes him feel luxurious and rich. And it's like, do I really need to use the type of words that I'm thinking about using whenever I'm headed to work at my good job that God has blessed me with, by cussing this person out because they've done this to me? Absolutely not. Using music to really shift your atmosphere, to really control your environment is an amazing way and a free way to be able to really elevate your mood and keeps you positive while you're on your reinvention journey. I'm pretty sure I've never created a video where reading or learning a second language or listening to a podcast or taking a course was not mentioned. And this episode will be no different. While you're on your reinvention journey, you have got to learn. You have got to learn to love to read, listen to podcasts, listen to other individuals' experiences and insight on the life that you want to achieve. You have not experienced your dream life yet. It is still in your imagination, but there is someone that has already achieved it. Listen to how they got there. Read about the steps that they took in order to improve their life. Listen to YouTube videos like this one that are going to help elevate your mood, offer suggestions. Look at the place that I came from, learn from all of the mistakes that I've made, and be able to say, you know what, I'm not going to make the same mistakes that Dion's made because she's given me the roadmap to be able to level up the next time. Listen to people that make you feel empowered and positive and motivated. Nothing feels more amazing than sitting down and taking time to read a book. Every answer to your problems can be found inside a book. We just don't take the time to read. And so taking the time, taking the opportunity to set aside 15, 20, 10 minutes in inside of your day to say, you know what, I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes and I'm going to work through reading at least 10 pages. Or I'm going to read every night before I go to bed and leave my phone across the room so that I'm not tempted to touch it. There are some small hacks to being able to read more, to listen to more podcasts, to be able to learn about the life that you want to live. I'm not saying that you always have to just read self-help and educational content, but there is a way to be able to integrate it into your life that is going to help you level up in no time. Okay, so just like I've never had a video where I didn't mention learning, I'm pretty sure in every single video I've created, I talked about creating a schedule. So you all know that I'm the owner of the Ambition Planner, and I don't think I've ever explained to you all exactly why I created a planner. Okay, so tuck in for a little story time. After 17 years of owning an international marketing firm, I was so tired of not feeling in control of my day. I was missing appointments. I was late to absolutely everything. I forgot things that were really important to my team or to myself or to my business growth, and I was sick and tired of it. And one day I decided that I was going to sit at my dining room table and create a planner. I created a planner that was going to fit my lifestyle. I know I needed to stay spiritually centered. I know I needed to monotask my day. I needed a planner that was going to have everything inside of it. Having multiple spaces and places where I'm supposed to write things was just never going to work for me. So I put a gratitude journal in it. I put my monthly budget and finance information in it. It has my daily affirmations. It has my habit tracker. It has my goals for the quarter. I sat down and created a planner that was going to work for my lifestyle. Long story short, along came COVID. I ended up not selling it to the companies that I thought I was going to just sell this planner to. I wanted to use it for myself, but then I thought, like, I provide a service. I don't sell products. But then along came COVID. So in April of 2020, I developed the Ambition Planner and started selling it online myself. And ladies, let me tell y'all something. Y'all came out in droves. You all were like, this is the exact planner that I've been looking for. I needed something that was going to actually explain monotasking my day, help me to feel more in control of my time, to make more money, to affirm myself daily, to stay spiritually centered, and to achieve my most ambitious goals all in one space. And the reality of it is that no matter what type of reinvention journey you are on, you are going to need to schedule your time. Being in control of your time, actually knowing what you're going to do during the day, planning your days the day before, marking off the tasks and appointments that you've completed during the day is a complete boss move. There is no better feeling than closing your planner at the end of the day knowing that it is finished. There is nothing that could have been done that wasn't done during that day, or there was some things that weren't accomplished that you rolled over to the next day, and you know exactly what time they're going to be accomplished on that next day. It is so empowering to actually schedule your life. If you want to be able to level up, glow up, feel in control of your time and your money and your resources and your energy and the things that you want to be able to achieve, write it down. If it is not written down, it's probably not going to get accomplished. I know that it was only God Almighty that I owned a successful marketing company as long as I did, because my life lived on a Post-it. It lived on a scratch piece of paper. It lived in a planner that I would try to start writing in, but I wasn't keeping up with it. It lived all over my desk. My desk was so unorganized and messy, and every time I walked into my office, I felt my office space looked like my life. If you want to feel more in control of your day, of your ambitions, of your goals, of your money, of your spirituality, get yourself an ambition planner. I didn't mean for this to be sound like it was sponsored or anything like that, but it is what it is. You need a planner. You need to organize your day. You need to be more in control of your time. And the number one way that you're going to be able to do that is to write it down. The next suggestion that I'm going to make to you while you're on your reinvention journey is to slow down. I don't know if you've noticed, but I talk really quickly, and I practice the art of slowing down more than you all even understand. It is something that I say to myself when I'm creating videos, whenever I'm cooking. Y'all, I cook everything. 100% of everything that I cook it on high. Why? Because I'm always going fast. I am actively working on slowing down in my life. You all, I've said this before, that even though I love this space and I offer you all so many tips and suggestions on how to reinvent yourself, I am actively on my own reinvention journey, and slowing down is one thing that I put as a post-it on the mirror in my bathroom. If I drive in my car, I'm always the one that's like, make sure that you slow down. Every speeding ticket that I've gotten, I've earned. I will set my cruise control to 90 because that's the speed that I intend to go, because I don't slow down. You want to be intentional about the way that you show up, how individuals experience you, your words, how you affirm yourself, how you make others feel. Start slowing down. Take time with your body. Take time with your health. Make sure that you're prioritizing your words and the way that you dress every single day. Make sure that that you prioritize and slow down with your family. You want your man to feel happy, seen, appreciated. Take time and listen to his day. Look him in the eyes. Go on a walk together. Take time and do the slow, intentional things that make your child feel loved and appreciated. Sit on the side of their bed at night and listen to all of the things that they want to accomplish the next day. Talk about their dreams and goals. Do activities with them like riding their bicycle, going to a park, sitting down and even doing their homework with them is a way that you are intentionally slowing down your life and pouring into others. Now that you are able to operate in your overflow, you have the ability to give to others because you have intentionally slowed down in the areas of your life that make you feel more present. Think about the ways that you need to slow down in your life. What I did was I took one of those Post-its and I wrote out all of the ways that I needed to slow down. I needed to slow down in my driving, in the way that I cook, in the way that I speak, how I enter a space and how I operate in meetings and how I conduct my business. I wanted to slow down in my self-care and how I took care of my body. I wanted to slow down in my health journey. And then I took that list and I prioritized it. What was going to make me feel more whole and happy? In these areas, what are the things that were going to make me feel more accomplished? That I was going to be able to reach the fastest? That I was going to be able to say, you know what, I have actually done a really good job in slowing down in these areas. There are ways that I have listened to myself, listened to even my body, my adrenal gland, my thoughts, my body saying, you gotta slow down, sis. And I know that I'm not alone. When you start looking at the ways and the areas of your life where you just go too fast, there is a reason why your body wants you to go slower. So listen to it. Identify the areas where you need to slow down in your life and be intentional about doing so starting today. Okay, so there are just a few more areas where I want to suggest you really being intentional during your reinvention journey. And one of those ways is during your morning and evening routine. I'm going to create a whole video on perfecting your morning routine. I'm going to tell you, when I started really working on my morning routine, my whole life shifted. But the only way that I had a successful morning is that I had a successful evening because they go hand in hand. Looking at my self-care, my beauty routine, the things that I needed to do at night that made me feel more prepared in the morning are so imperative and they go hand in hand. So at night, I would make sure before I left my desk, I wrote out the things that I wanted to accomplish the next day. I looked at my calendar and looked at all the meetings and appointments that I had. I planned out if I had an appointment that was going to be across town, I would actually type that into my GPS and see what my ETA would be whenever I was leaving my house so that I knew how much time it was going to take for me to get there. I also like to check that again first thing in the morning before I leave so that I know if there's any traffic or any issues that I need to be aware of so that it helps me to prioritize my time in the morning. But I really set my evening up with a lot of intentionality. I drink a lot of teas at night. I like to listen to soothing music. I like to make sure that I leave my office and my living space absolutely as perfect as possible so that in the morning, whenever I walk into my office, when I walk into my bathroom, it feels like a welcoming space. When I enter the kitchen, there's not leftover dishes and dinner's not sitting on the counter from the night before, still there to receive me the next day. Before I go to sleep at night, I make sure that my kitchen is clean. Your nighttime routine completely spills into how productive and what you're going to feel like the next day. Because if you're not getting enough rest, whenever it is time to wake up at 5:30, 6 in the morning, you're going to feel sleepy, groggy. You're not going to feel like praying and meditating and journaling and putting on layers of skincare and going to the gym and making up your bed. You're just not going to want to do it. And so going to bed at night and preparing your evening for rest and relaxation is so important to your journey. I cannot wait. I'm going to create a whole video on your morning routine. I have been doing so much studying on it. I've been doing studying with myself. I've been putting myself through the ringer on really understanding what it feels like to try out different morning routines. I'm not going to sit and tell you like I'll tell you my morning routine, but I'm not going to tell you like this is how you have a productive morning. If you want to have a productive morning, do this one thing. There are so many ways to be able to have a good morning routine, and you're going to have to try out what fits for you in your lifestyle. One of the things that I really love to do in the morning is, like I said, I leave my phone across the room so that the very first thing I do in the morning is pray. The next thing that I do is meditate. I follow that up with journaling. I follow that up with turning on some good music. I then go into my skincare and shower routine. I then want to be able to make some good mushroom coffee, my smoothies for the day. I've laid out my clothes for the gym the night before, so I put on those clothes. I walk into the kitchen. I may do some ice rolling. I then get my water for the day. I'm ready to get my day started. I have a plan. I know what I'm going to do. I feel supported and energized to get through those parts of my day. I like that part of my day because I know that it's going to set me up for success throughout the rest of my day. Because listen, it feels horrible whenever you're like, I'm getting out of bed, I could put on my clothes, I brush my teeth with like 2 swipes, and I'm not even deep cleaning my tongue. I forget to put on a pretty fragrance. I'm throwing some lunch in the bag, something that was left over, and I'm getting out the house in 10-15 minutes. That doesn't feel good. Like that rushed feeling, we've all had to do it. Life be lifing, and I get it. I mean, sometimes it happens, but it doesn't feel good. It's not something that you want to make your practice. And so many of us have made that something that we do every single day. We start our day off feeling rushed, feeling, impatient, feeling like we didn't have time with God, feeling like this sense of overwhelm and dread. And it starts because I'm getting up in the very last minute, right before I need to walk out the door. I don't know what I'm supposed to do today. I don't know what I'm I feel frazzled. You're starting your day feeling frazzled like that. How do you feel like you're going to walk into that meeting? How confident do you feel like you're going to be during that presentation? How impatient are you going to be with your kids, your spouse, your partner, your loved ones the rest of the day? I mean, it just spills into absolutely everything else that you're doing. And so why not just take a few extra moments, go to sleep at night, set yourself a bedtime. We set it for children, and baby, I don't know why we've decided that it's no longer applicable. Set yourself a bedtime that feels good and responsible. If you're saying I need to be in my room by 10, sleep by 11, because I need to be up at 6, you know how much sleep your body needs and requires to feel good in the morning, then do so. But stick to it. There is something so powerful about creating an evening and a morning routine that is going to help you during your reinvention journey. You're going to be on top of the things that you need to do. Looking at your finances first thing in the morning, knowing where your money is, knowing what came out of your account through the night, looking at all of your investments, being able to plan the finances for the rest of your day. Being able to just do that little small thing actually changes everything. Because I know you've woke up in the morning, you looked at that bank account and there wasn't enough money in there, and you're like, oh, I thought I had more than I do. But then you know what to do during the day. You know that you're not going to go to P.F. Chang's for lunch. You're not going through Starbucks to get that $7 latte before you get to the job. Like, you know what you're going to do. Just having that plan, being able to put those things, those small little things into your day can absolutely change your day. I cannot stress enough how I left it for last, but it is truly the most important thing that you need to do in order to glow up. And I want you to notice, nothing that I suggested costs money. Cleaning your kitchen costs nothing. Writing out your day costs absolutely nothing unless you get an ambition planner, but you're going to use the promo code that I'm going to leave below. It's going to cost you a little bit less, and it's free US shipping. Who loves free shipping? She do. There's so many things that I mentioned that cost absolutely nothing, that are going to help propel you through this reinvention journey, that are no longer going to hold you back to becoming the woman that you want to be, the woman that you envision, the woman that God told you that you are. You are going to live a life of abundance and ease. Start making it easier on yourself by utilizing the free resources, the free things that you know to do, even any of the suggestions that I mentioned, and start changing your life today. Now, I know that I mentioned a lot of amazing ways that you can start reinventing yourself with absolutely $0, but I cannot wait to hear your ideas in the chat. If you have any suggestions, if you have any thoughts, if you have anything that you want to add, please make sure that you leave it in the comment section below. It is definitely me that is going to engage with you in the comment section. I love to be able to create additional content for you all on topics that you really, really want to learn more about. So in that comment section, even if you're leaving a suggestion on how to reinvent yourself with no money, also leave suggestions on other videos that you would like to see. I also started a join page here on YouTube. So if exclusive content, you need to become an ambitionista, honey. I am so excited to be able to offer exclusive content for our members only on things that you want to know about business, about self-care, about reinventing yourself, about organization, about your finances. All of that information can be found more in depth in our members only section. Ladies, I hope you feel so inspired by this video today. I really wanted to make sure that you understood that it does not have to cost a lot whenever you're on this reinvention journey. It seems like everything is so much more expensive these days, and it really is. But there is a way for you to become the woman of your dreams without spending a dime. I want to encourage you to take these things that you've learned today, share them with your best friend, your girlfriend, your mama, your sister, and you will start your reinvention journey together. Sharing this video costs you absolutely nothing as well. So make sure that you share, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also make sure that you leave all of your questions, comments, thoughts, and suggestions in the chat below. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope that you are well and working every day to reach your most ambitious goals.